Hi, if you're new here, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, both in person and online, and a certified nutrition coach. I help moms locally in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all over the world shed the weight holding them back from becoming their most energetic and authentic version of themselves so they can go after their deepest desires alongside of motherhood. You can find me at fitandconfidentmoms.com. Hey, you guys, this is Coach Rose here. I'm going to try to figure out where the lighting is best. I am going live with my Tuesday talk. I go live every Tuesday with a free training that is going to be science-based in relation to nutrition, fitness, and mindset. So today we're going to talk about how to calculate your your calorie deficit. So have you heard that in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit? And that is absolutely true. But some people might think, what the heck is a calorie deficit? So before I jump in, just know, grab your pen and paper. We are going to calculate what your specific calorie deficit is for your weight loss goals. So if you have a weight loss goal, stay tuned, stick around, and take notes because this is the training for you. This is how do I lose weight right here, okay? We're going to get down the pen and paper and figure out how many calories you need to lose weight because that is how weight loss works. Weight loss works is when you're in a calorie deficit. And what that means is you're eating less than your body burns, okay? So I'm just going to take a second to adjust because I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on Instagram, and my camera on Facebook has me looking a little weird. Okay, so that is the best that I can do. If you're watching live, type live, and if you're watching the replay, type replay. Hi, Emily. Hi, Natalie. Okay, I'm going to turn off one of these tickers. I'm going to pull up my slides because slides help me stay on track. If you guys were to see my camera and microphone setup right now, you would be laughing at me because I'm like just got a lot going on. So before I jump in, how do I have the authority to teach you what I'm teaching you? So if you guys don't know me, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I am a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach, and I help women level up their fitness and confidence while they're building their dream life. So I work with ambitious women who have a lot going on, but they still want to have that dream body and they want to rock it in all areas of our lives. And we know as women, if we don't put our health first, if we don't feel good in our bodies and we don't feel good when we show up every single day, that affects everything. That affects our relationships, how we show up as a mother, how we show up for our business, whether we're showing up at all. Are we hiding? Are we not getting new business? Are we not putting ourselves out there? Because we're just not feeling very confident in our bodies. So those are the kind of women that I work with, is that you are ready for the inside to match the outside. You are ready to be seen. You're ready to boss up. But we know that how we feel in our bodies makes a huge difference on how we feel in our mind and how we show up in the world. So if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, I have a slide up that shows me before kids, before I was a personal trainer. So let me tell you, I've tried every diet out there. I've tried low carb, a version of keto. I've been on Weight Watchers. I've tried meal replacement shakes, and I could not stick to those. Maybe I'd get some results a little bit at a time, but I could never have it stick because these were unsustainable practices. And what I didn't learn from being on these diets is like, yeah, I learned all these rigid rules, but I didn't actually learn how weight loss really works. So today I'm going to teach you how weight loss really works. And on Facebook, I have these slides, and YouTube, this shows you, okay, I haven't always been in the best shape of my life. Before I even had kids, I struggled with my weight. And then every time I had a pregnancy, which I have 3 kids, by the way, I tried some kind of diet. And by the way, there's somebody talking outside, so I don't know if you're going to hear me or hear her. But she's just taking a walk, which I am like go girl. My neighbor has been walking like twice a day, and she gets on a phone call, which I think is like awesome. if you haven't heard me say, but walking is the best fat loss tool out there is if you walk. So kudos to her. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my next slide if it will let me. Okay, awesome. I'm going to go forward. These are just some of the clients that I have helped. I have helped hundreds of clients virtually and in person reach their transformation goals. So if you're interested in working with me, if you'd like me to help you shortcut the process and come up with a specific plan that's very sustainable for you, please reach out to me. Write results in the comments and I will reach out. Because here's the thing, I'm going to teach you some amazing things. You could take this information and start your weight loss journey right now. But it is the implementation, the support, the accountability that actually can help you reach that goal. And it can be the game changer for you. The difference between getting your result in 12 to 16 weeks versus getting a result in a few years. So don't do what I did and struggle for years and years on my own. And it wasn't until I hired a nutrition coach and a personal trainer myself that I got results. And through getting that coaching, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not how I've been sold. I've been sold for years that you need to try all these diets that make you suffer and feel hungry and feel miserable, when really weight loss works one way. There's a science behind it, and that is to be in a calorie deficit. So we're going to go over that today. If you have not watched part 1 of this series, which was last Tuesday, go back and watch after this. We talked about how to calculate your maintenance calories. This is really important because we need to know how many calories does our body need in a day to maintain our body weight. That is numero uno, because we can't figure out our deficit unless we know exactly how many calories it takes to maintain our body weight. Best case scenario is that we take that maintenance calories that we learned and we stay in maintenance for as long as possible. So a couple of reasons why we're going to do that. One, you learn exactly how much to eat for your current body type so that we don't keep gaining weight, or we know how to maintain. Maintaining your weight is probably one of the more challenging things to experience, because we either know how to eat very less and suffer, or we know when we're overeating, right? We know when we're overeating. We know when we're eating bad choices. We know that when the scale goes up and up. But do you know how to maintain your weight? Do you know how many calories you need to actually take care of your current body? That is really important to know. And the longer that you're in maintenance, the safer your body will feel, and the easier it will be to lose weight when you're in that calorie deficit. So ideally, I like my clients to be in maintenance at least 1 to 2 weeks. If you have a long dieting history, you might want to be in maintenance a little bit longer. But I think it's really important. Hey, Chef Andrew, I think it's really important to know how many calories it takes to maintain your weight. Now, go back to part 1 because I explained more why, and I don't want to waste your guys' time here. We're going to go through how to learn exactly how fat loss works. So diets all work the same way. Keto, you get results because you're in a calorie deficit. Low carb, you get results because you're in a calorie deficit. Weight Watchers, that puts you in a calorie deficit. And flexible dieting, which most of my clients follow, put you in a calorie deficit. So what does that mean? So that means that there is something called the law of thermodynamics. You have heard that. It's like energy is not created nor destroyed, something like that. I might be getting that wrong. But what that means is when you are taking in less calories than your body is burning, your body is going to find energy elsewhere. It doesn't like being in a negative energy balance. It doesn't like getting less calories. It needs energy from somewhere. So what it's going to do is it's going to tap into your stored tissue for energy. So you're giving your body less calories. Now it's going to tap into stored tissue. Now through the right strategy, meaning like, if you're working with a coach and they tell you how many protein, carbs, and fats to eat, We hope to not lose muscle, okay? A lot of times we don't have control over where your body is losing weight. Sometimes you are gonna lose a little bit of muscle, you are gonna lose some stored fat, and you're gonna lose some water too. But with the right nutrition strategy and strength training strategy, strength training and eating enough protein is going to help protect you from muscle loss. That's why every client I work with, I make sure that they're doing some type of strength training, whether it's with me or with another coach or with a gym they love, so that we can protect their muscle. Okay. So now, weight loss versus fat loss, kind of explain that a little bit, which we want to preserve as much muscle as possible. So many times you're going to hear me say weight loss. Many times you may hear me say fat loss. Most people, the general public, they want to lose weight, right? So I use that language. This is want to lose weight. We want to lose pounds on the scale, but we really want to lose fat. We want to try to minimize our muscle loss. That way we can protect our metabolism and we can move for as long as possible. Hi, K-pop love. That's my daughter. She's watching live on YouTube and she says, I love your sweatshirt. It says Bar Wars. And I got that at a Olympic weightlifting meet that I competed in Salt Lake in April, I believe. And they had cute stuff. All right. So weight loss versus fat loss. Now I'm going to tell you right now, make sure you have your pen and paper, how to calculate your calorie and macro needs for your goals. Now, this is just a starting point. This is a general equation to help you get started. Okay. I believe people should be equipped with this kind of information because you have to be the expert of your own journey. There's only so far you can go by being told what to do. A lot of people are like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. But really, yes, you can get some guidance from me. And that's why I'm a coach and I have a curriculum. And I like when people turn to me because they're not sure where to start, but you should always be your own expert in your journey. Like, you know what works for you. I have a menu of ideas, but you should also know the information. So that way, when you're done coaching with me or somebody else, you have the tools to keep going on your own. And that's always my goal with my clients, is that I have clients that have been with me more than 3 years with nutrition coaching because they love the accountability, they love the guidance, and their goals are always changing. But my hope is if you leave coaching with me, you've learned enough to keep going on its own. If you're with a coach that does not tell you this kind of information, they don't equip you with mindset tools to stay on track when things feel hard, they don't equip you with actual science-based information, then they don't really want you to be well on your own. They want you to keep being their customer, which, again, I like to empower my clients with the right information. So in order for this to work, for you to calculate your calories, start your weight loss goal, I encourage you to shift your mindset and become a curious scientist, your own expert with no judgment, and collect data. Okay. So even though we're going to come up with a starting point, you need to figure out, are these calories working? Do I need to reduce them? Am I losing weight too quickly? Should I add back in? You've got to be an active participant and go in with your goals with intention, with the intention that I am going to lose weight. Not with the intention of, I'm going to try eating healthy. I'm going to try some things. If you go in with that, I'm going to try to eat healthy energy or intention, you're not going to get what you want. It's kind of like, if I sort of kind of try, I'm going to sort of kind of lose weight, right? And that doesn't get you anywhere. If this health goal is super important to you, it's important that you go in with the intention that you are going to lose weight with this information and you're going to learn about yourself. Because if you learn about yourself, then you can make the right adjustments to keep going. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for watching. Okay. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, which you should go and follow me on Facebook, and you should go and follow me on YouTube so you can watch these replays whenever you want. You can fast forward, speed up the speed. I have a slide that says realistic rates of body fat loss per week. So The diet industry sells us these wild claims because they want you to buy their thing, right? Lose 20 pounds really in 30 days. There's challenges out there. Lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks or your money back. So what you'll do is you'll follow this extreme method and get extreme results. But many times, and I've seen this with many, many people, is they lose it fast, they gain it back fast too. And then they gain some on top of that. So I'm going to tell you that a comfortable rate of weight loss, a realistic rate of weight loss, is 0.5% of body fat per week or body weight per week. 0.5%. Okay, so if you're 200 pounds, that would be 1 pound per week if you're 200 pounds. Now, some of you are like, well, that takes too long and I need to lose this weight quickly, or like, that's just too much time. Trust me that the journey is worth it to lose it slow and steady, okay? Because that way you can keep it off easier, okay? So a reasonable way of weight loss, so now we're going up the ladder a little bit, is 0.5 to 1% of body weight per week for women. Well, actually, and for men too. So again, with my example, if you lose, or if you're starting at 200 pounds, that would be 1 to 2 pounds per week is considered reasonable. Okay. Now, an extreme weight loss is going to be over 1% per week. So over 1 to 1.5% per body weight per week. Now, if you're obese or morbidly obese, you could go a little faster with your weight loss. But I don't normally recommend it for most people who have a smaller amount of weight to lose, okay? All right, you ready? I know I said get your pen and paper out like 2 times. I'm for real this time. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, I've got the formula right here in front of me. But if you're on Instagram, thank you for watching. It's time to write this stuff down. Okay, so we talked about maintenance last week. So we need to know that. We need to know your maintenance. But an easy starting point, again, this is a starting point. We have to become our own scientists to figure out whether this is going to work or whether we need adjustments. To maintain your weight for your maintenance calories, you're going to take your weight, so your current weight, times the number 14 or the number 15. And this is going to equal your calories. So to figure out your maintenance, we're going to take your current body weight times the number 14 or 15. How do we know if this is your maintenance? You have to test. You have to test to see if that's your maintenance. So let's say for 2 weeks, 30 days, you decide to figure out your maintenance with your normal activity, and you're going to take your weight. Let's say your weight is 200 pounds. You're going to times it by 14. That's your calories. You're going to track your food and your calories for at least 2 weeks to see if you're maintaining your body weight. If you are losing weight, then you're actually either moving more than you think, or that's really not your maintenance. So then maybe the next 2 weeks, you could do the 15. So your body weight times 15, the number 15 will equal your calories. That's your maintenance. Okay, for weight loss, which many of you are here for that, you're going to take your body weight and you're going to times it anywhere between 10 and 12. So obviously, if you take your body weight times 10, that's going to be a little bit on the lower end of a calorie deficit, so a little less calories. If you take your body weight times 12, that's a little bit more. So if you think of it as rate of weight loss, your body weight times 12 might be a nice, slow and steady rate of weight loss, but it needs testing, okay? So test it for at least 2 weeks minimum. At least, I would love a month, but I know like we're very impatient as human beings. So at least 2 weeks to see if that is your true weight loss calories. Okay. If you're not seeing anything budge when you take your body weight times 12 and you're diligently tracking every single day, so we have accurate data, remember we're becoming our own scientists, then reduce the number. Take your body weight times 11. And if you're still not losing weight, then take your body weight times 10. Okay. Also, make sure you're tracking everything and tracking accurately. Because if you're not tracking weekends, if you're not tracking bites or tastes of your kids' food, if you're not tracking, the Snickers from the office candy bowl or the creamer in your coffee, then you're not getting accurate data. And it's hard to know whether you are actually following the correct weight loss calories. Oh, so your weight times 10, 11, or 12 to get your weight loss calories. Okay. And remember, these are just starting points. Muscle gain. I actually have one weight gain client, and she's so much fun to work with. And I do have clients that I go in phases with their goals. So sometimes we'll do a weight loss phase for a specified amount of time, maybe 3 months. Then they'll do a maintenance phase, which maintenance is not easy. Remember, you need support to help you maintain. Usually it's accountability, some mindset work, but usually accountability is a big one. So they'll go into maintenance phase, and then they may want to be like, you know what? I want to see how much muscle I can put on the next 3 months. Let's say that's you. It's wintertime, and you're like, all right, it's bulking season, and I want to put on as much muscle as possible. We'll go into a weight gain phase to gain muscle. And if you're doing this smartly and you're not doing like, I'm going to gain as much as possible and get as big as possible, it's a lot of work to have to lose that fat later. So we want to do this in a smart way. So your muscle gain, you're going to take your body weight times the number 16 to 18. Okay, I would start on the lower end. Do the 16. Probably if you're a female, you'd go with the 16. If you're a male, you'd go with the 18. But make sure that if you are doing a muscle gain phase, that you're actually training really hard in this muscle gain phase. You're going to take in a lot of extra calories. So this is the time to really train really hard in the gym, be very, very consistent. Because if we're not training hard in the gym and we're eating muscle gain calories, there's going to be a lot more fat gain than there is going to be muscle gain. Okay. So if I have a client that wants me to do a muscle gain phase, let's say we'll do an 8 or 12 week muscle gain phase, then they may want to spend the next 12 weeks on a weight loss phase. And so what we'll do is in a very smart and strategic way with me as their coach, we will put them in weight loss and we'll try to lean them out so those muscles pop, right? And they trim back the fat. All right. So I hope you guys found that helpful. If you need to watch this replay or you'd love to see the slides to this, go on YouTube or find me on Facebook, friend me at Rose Peterson or RP Fitness and Nutrition on Facebook. You can see the slides on here that has it all written. So you can come back to this. Okay. And I would love to know, people who are watching online, are you working on any goals right now? Are you working on any weight loss goals? Want to learn how to do maintenance? Let me know what you're working on. Okay, so how to preserve or build muscle, creating your dream body. So protein needs, I try to make sure that my clients are eating the number 0.8 times their current body weight in protein per day. So this is how we're going to make sure that we don't lose our muscle as we're in a dieting phase. Is we got to make sure that we're eating enough protein. So your body weight times 0.8. And that's the protein that you should get in a day. Okay. Then we want to adjust your fats and carbs as needed, but we want to make sure that whatever phase you're in, like say you're in a weight loss phase, that we don't eat more than our weight loss calories that I just taught you guys how to calculate. When you're eating, always prioritize protein. Every time you sit down to eat, prioritize that protein. Make sure that you're strength training with progressive overload, meaning you're challenging yourself week to week with weights, heavier weights if you can. That way we can protect our muscle during our fat loss phase. Obviously, we want to have the right training plan. Okay, so try not to change your workouts too frequently. That's kind of one thing that I dislike about boot camp style workouts or like classes you take at the gym. Their workouts are changing every single day. Yeah, that might seem fun, but it's going to be so much harder to gain muscle if your workouts are always changing. We actually need to stick with the right training plan so that we can have progressive overload to build muscle, meaning week to week, we are trying to increase our weights. That's the only way we're going to gain muscle. That's the science. So although it might be fun to go to a gym that has like stations and things are changing every day, that is actually not the fastest way to gain muscle. Okay. Another thing that you can try to incorporate is you can try to incorporate some low intensity cardio on your off days. This is going to help promote further weight loss, but not be stressful on your body, because being in a calorie deficit is already going to be stress. So any extra cardio you do, I would recommend doing it low intensity, like walking. Make sure you're sleeping adequately and managing stress. If you're not managing stress or sleeping enough, sticking to a calorie deficit is going to feel extremely hard, because the more stress you have and the less sleep you have is going to make you hungry. It's going to, your hormones are going to be like, F this. Okay. That is it. I had a few more things on my slides, but I wanted to keep this training short and sweet. So I may go over that next time. If you are ready for a change and you are a woman over 35 who is thinking about now is the time, and you want to go into 2023 like a boss, whereas January 1st, everyone you know is just thinking about their weight loss goals, just starting their weight loss goals. How would it feel if you were just already rocking it for 2023? And how would it feel to end 2022 actually finishing the goal you started in the beginning of 2022? Okay, so end the year strong. So I am looking for women who are busy, ambitious, they're tired of struggling alone, and you really just want to feel like yourself again. If you're coachable and ready to do the work using a system that works, and you want to wear the clothes to show off in instead of hiding in, okay, and ready for a change, that's who I'm looking for. My program, Fit and Confident Academy, is going to be all things nutrition, mindset, accountability, and exercise, with lots and lots of support. So if you're a person that says, I know what to do, I just don't know why I'm not doing it, coaching is probably going to be a game changer for you. Okay. And I have tons of client testimonials I can send to you that could possibly resonate. So if you want to check those out, let me know. And if you're interested, type results in the comments. Emily, you're working on weight loss. That is awesome. So if you need help, let me know. Type results in the comments and I will reach out and we'll have a little quick DM chat to see if I can possibly help. But here's the thing. I am only looking for people, success stories. Okay. So I'm looking for people who are ready to do the work and they're ready for that success. So if you kind of sort of want results, then you don't really want it right now. So maybe coaching is not for you. But if you're ready and you're like, I'm sick and tired of feeling this way, I'm sick of spinning my wheels, I'm sick of trying little things here and there and nothing sticking, then this program might work for you. So you can get results once and for all and learn how to keep them. So this program is not for you if you're looking for a quick fix, if you want to give up all carbs, or you don't want accountability. If you're not willing to put yourself on the to-do list and you're not ready to invest in yourself, then this probably won't be it for you. But I am looking for 5 moms over 35 who are looking to lose 20 pounds over the next 12 weeks, and they would like to start 2023 already in a momentum. Again, if anything I say right now speaks to you and you might want to have a conversation, just drop results in the comments and I'll reach out. So until next time, this is Coach Rose rooting for you to try something new, do something for 2022, and I'll be rooting for you for 2023. See you next time. Bye-bye. See if I can end on both screens.